This is Mark and Charity's Coffee Podcast.
Mark and Charity Coffee Podcast, Thursday, June 22nd today. Around the Quinte region, it's a big day. It's the Day of Caring to benefit the United Way of Quinte. Over 250 volunteers are going out to great community programs and charitable endeavors to help out today.
46 different organizations going out and supporting the United Way today, which is, last year they had 150 volunteers. I think they completed 26 projects.
Right, yeah.
So if they've got 250 this year,
That was
how many projects?
Coming out of the pandemic too last year, so it wasn't as big. But
Is that normal then? Because you've done this before.
No, I think the year, because it was one of the first years they ever did it when I was chair back in 2010, 2009. I think they had like 80 people, 85 people.
Oh, so this is a big deal this year.
Yeah.
Pandemic or not, this is huge.
And Dave and the gang at Reed's Dairy looked after breakfast, so you could get everybody into the Reed's Dairy for breakfast.
That would be good.
Cool, Dave Frank.
That
and the
would be
gang
very
there.
cool.
Yeah. And so now we need the kindness court at the Quinte Mall.
Because there's
Just getting
so
larger
many
and larger.
people.
Yeah, and eventually we're going to need the CAA arena. There's going to be so many
Because we heard
people.
from Cole. He's going to be there today, too. There's 9 of us from Starbuck Cares going today, including Mark and myself, and Cole Naylor, who was at the official kickoff this morning. And he said they were all there, 260 some odd people in Kindness Court. And I'm trying to picture that in my head because we've done the Wall of Hits. It wouldn't be that big, but it's like, wow.
It's a lot of people
in Kindness Court.
And I know what you're listening. No matter where you're listening, if you've got this podcast before I get it, Day of Caring. You too? Yes.
Nobody cares more than we do. Thank you very much.
It is a strange thing to be associated with.
I don't think it is.
We need to get those two yokels out and about.
We care about everybody. Should I just say me, or am I okay saying we?
No, we do care.
Okay.
I'm just saying we're not known for caring.
Speak for yourself.
Supermom yesterday at the splash pad.
Are we moving on from Dave Caring then?
No, we don't have
Okay.
to.
Yes, I was at the splash pad yesterday. I'm sorry, I don't have any interesting stories because they were fine.
so ridiculous.
They were so good. They were 10-year-old boys. They ran around. They had no end to their energy. I could not believe it. I'm sitting in the shade doing everything possible to not even breathe because you just sweat. And they're running like mad people, playing tag and soccer and playing on the equipment. And then they'd kind of get wet and then they'd go into more. It's like, wow, to be 10 again. I'm so old.
I know, and I've said it before, Mayor Neil Ellis, we need a splash garden for adults, and it's all benches. We just want to sit there.
And let the water hit us.
And just let the
we
water
don't
hit
run
us.
through, but I showed you a picture.
Not at all.
It is kind of funny to see the difference between the boys and the girls. So the girls, when the splash pad was running, like when they were all in the splash pad together, the girls were kind of, at first, they eventually got in, but they're like, oh, it's cold. Oh, and they're trying to avoid direct hit with the water. They're getting wet, but they're doing it.
They want it passively.
Yeah.
A little bit of the spray.
A little shyly. They're kind of dipping their toe in and whatnot. Boys, I showed you the picture.
Care.
All of them. So there's this frog, this half circle of a frog's mouth, and the water sprays down. All of them. There's about 6 boys in the class. There's not a lot, but they're all wedged within the center of this frog, standing like shoulder to shoulder, getting direct hits of water. And I think it hurt because a few of them were like, oh, like it's hard water. Hitting them. But they all stood there in a line right in
and they
the
took
spray.
it.
And they took it. They took it. And that's how they
Good
cooled
guys,
off.
yeah.
But it was fun. It was a good day.
Yeah, girls kind of dainty about this, but not boys.
I will say once the girls were wet, they didn't care. They were standing in the frog with the boy. They were fine.
They're all in.
But yeah, the boys, no hesitation. They're like, yeah, hit me. So
good on them.
Yeah, they had
just
fun.
need an adult one. What would an adult splash pad look like? It's all benches.
As I said, sit on the bench and just let the water, like a gentle spray, not like a bucket dump, or like a cannon, but just like a little spritz,
like sprinklers. Just sort of sprinklers come over us.
I think it would have to be
wavy.
constant though, because
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I'll have to think about
But
that.
as one moves back,
and
the
it have
other
to be
comes
warm.
in. Yes.
It can't be cold water.
No, it's got to be heated water.
Yes.
It's got to be about 92 degrees
See, I was going to say
Fahrenheit.
80.
No, at
I would
least
be okay with
90.
80.
No, it's got to be warm. It's
I
got
don't
to
know.
be very, very warm.
The pool was 80 yesterday. It was freaking glorious.
Was it?
Yes.
Okay.
So 80 I could do.
Okay, 80 it's got to be.
Okay.
And you have to
Because
have...
you want to be refreshed.
Sure.
You want to cool down.
But you have to have somebody provide towels. So you need staff.
Yes, like a pool boy.
Yes,
Or
towels.
a deck boy.
Yeah.
That comes around and, would
Yeah.
you like a towel?
And a young lady in a golf cart with drinks. Okay, so here's what we need.
Because we don't want to move.
Why are we giving this away?
We need to
could
stay
open this up.
stationary.
Mark and Charity Adult Splash Pad.
Well, think of what it would do. It would create jobs.
Yep.
Because we would need the cabana boy and the cart person.
I thought you and I were going to be the cabana boy and the cart person.
Oh, I thought we were going to be the one sitting on the bench.
No, I'm the cabana boy now.
Okay, then
And
I'll
you're
be the
the
drink
cart-
girl.
Yeah.
Fine. I'll take the
Yeah.
cart around and make drinks for people. I got my Smart
Sure.
Serve. We're good.
We're good.
I'll do that.
exactly. $10 a drink. They'd pay. They would pay.
You know what? People probably would.
They would pay.
And it would be
$10 a
adult
drink.
only. Like kids can't come in.
No,
There'd have
no,
to be
it's
an age
19,
limit.
Yeah, 19. Oh, hey, you know what? You know what the age limit is? 40 and over.
Yeah.
It's for,
I would say
You know what?
at least 30.
yeah. We don't need any, 28-year-old guys.
We don't
with,
need any
with the
TikTok. Oh yeah,
abs
I was thinking the
walking
TikTokers.
around.
You're thinking of no. I don't
No.
need to see bikinis.
We don't need that.
You might, but I'm
No way.
Don't need to.
No, I took one.
These
I take
are mom
one
and
look
dads
at,
sitting in this
I take
park.
one look at young ladies like that, and I think, what does your mother look like?
I say mom and dads, but referring to the mom and dad bods.
Exactly.
That's
no, and we need the splash pad. We don't need young people. Don't need.
They can go to the beach.
That's right. No, we need. Let's just go down to the adult splash pad.
Oh my God, we're so old.
I hope Charity has
Mark.
Clamatos. Yep.
They're so good.
Just a Diet Pepsi. I'm only going to stay for an hour. I'll have a good time. How much would we
Can
charge?
I get you a drink, sir? Yes. Do you have Diet Pepsi? Would
Yeah.
you like something in that? Nope, just Diet
Nope,
Pepsi.
I'm driving. Meanwhile, my wife's having a Kahlua. Sure, it's great. How much
that
would we
would be
charge
good.
for that?
No, I think you can get in for free. And then
Okay,
if
we
you
make
buy
our
the
money on drinks?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, come on.
We'd have to
People
be
would.
subsidized
Are
somewhere.
you kidding me? On a day like today, we
Yeah.
would be fine.
Yeah, okay.
Because remember, too, we're starting to get cheap. So if
Yeah.
we have to pay to sit, people are going to put their sprinkler on and sit on a bench in their yard.
Right. Okay.
So-
But, this demo's got disposable money. They'll come just to hang out. It's the new dating site. It's a new
Yeah, but
dating
I don't
site.
want to. I don't want to. I want to be inclusive.
Oh, we are inclusive. Be
I want
completely
people,
inclusive.
but I don't want it to cost anything. Like just
Okay.
come and it be next to the children's splash pad, so you can bring your kids and let them. You can see them,
okay.
and you can sit back and relax.
Okay. So would we hold it then on Sydney Street, like around the Parkdale Park there?
Yeah, that
By
would
the
work.
Field of Ability?
Yeah.
So we could fit it in between.
What's up here? Kinsman? Is it the Kinsman that's
Kinsman
next
one's
to?
up there.
Yeah, so you can maybe wedge it between the pool and the splash
Okay.
pad that's there.
That's a good idea. And then we would have our very first adult splash pad wedding where two people met at the splash
Okay,
pad
you're taking this way too far.
in their 50s.
See,
True love.
You need
it's great.
to back it up.
No. This
You're
is
getting
life changing.
too far ahead. Look
this
at you.
This is life changing.
What's the book going to look like?
It's going to be life changing. You know who's going to play us in the movie? It's so good. So good.
I want Reese Witherspoon.
You're going to be Reese Witherspoon.
Okay.
I'm going to be Ty Burrell, of course. He's going to have to play me in a movie because
Of
we're
course.
spitting images of each
Yes.
other.
Okay.
All right. Adult splash
All right.
pad.
So we got off track. Are we going back to
No,
Day of Caring,
this is
or are
not
we
off
just
track.
going?
That is Day of Caring.
That's
Yes.
Day of Caring.
We'll get our funding from the United Way.
We are going to be heading over to do our painting today in such great moods because we've come up with this fabulous idea. That's all we're going to think about.
I'm ready for it.
Is the adult splash
I'm ready
pad.
for it. Oh, this is such a good idea.
Wait until we tell everybody else. They'll be so on board with
Somebody's
it.
going to open one up, and I'm going to be so mad at how rich they get that we just
Well,
gave
then
this
you should go
idea
ahead
away
and
for
do
free.
it.
I don't know how. I don't know how to do funding. I don't know any of that. I'm an ideas guy. I'm Steve Jobs.
I think you know enough people who do know about funding things
Well,
that
maybe.
could help you.
See, Steve Jobs, he didn't invent the computer. He didn't do it. He was just a great salesman. He was an ideas guy and then a presentation guy. That's my job. I'll get people in the splash pad. We need somebody else to pay for
do it.
build it, and You can stock
I'm not
your
that
cart.
person.
I'm not that person either, but we'll just be the front people.
I will come and use it.
The Markin Charity Adult Splash Garden. This is my favorite.
You're really stuck on the splash garden.
Yes,
so
I
it's
think
not
this
a
is
splash
great.
pad.
It's like
a
a
splash garden. And
It's a
there has to
garden.
be trees and shrubbery.
For real,
you can't
for
have,
sure.
Like, kids need the open space.
Yeah, running
Adults
around.
don't.
We don't.
We need the shade.
And you're just going to get in there in your bathing suit or your
And just
comfy
sit.
clothes and just sit and get. There'll be an area where it's just sort of like spray mist that you could walk
Again,
through.
warm water. Warm.
Yep. And then there's areas where it's just if you want a good dousing, you're over there because who can shower when
The
it's
seats
this
have to
hot?
be comfortable too.
Yeah,
it can't be those
absolutely.
hard benches.
Nope.
It's got to be and with good back support.
Some for one people, some for two people, and some for like six people if you're just meeting a whole bunch. Instead of going somewhere and bitching about the local politics, just go down. Sit in the splash garden, complain about the mayor. Yeah, this is the new place. Why are you shaking your head like it's a bad idea?
That you threw that in there.
No, but
it's
that's-
a great idea.
Yep. Come bitch about your taxes and get cool
What a
at the
bitch.
same time.
No, that would be a sign. There is no bitching.
Sure there is. As long as
No.
they pay $10 for a Clamato,
No.
what do we care?
No bitching. It is a happy place.
See, have you ever been to the Kindness Court at 10 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, there's walkers.
And old people with coffee
Having
bitching about their
coffee,
taxes.
just enjoying the company of someone else and talking about the day.
Is naive N-I-A
No,
or N-A-I?
I have a glass half full.
Yeah, okay. I have a splash pad and cranky people that need to cool off and buy drinks.
Clearly.
So we're going to make our money. So yeah, anyway, it's going to be great. We're painting today, which is going to be a lot of fun. And we're going to talk about that
No
tomorrow.
splash pad. We'll be dreaming of the splash pad while we're painting. We are painting 2 offices, a boardroom, and a small bathroom today. A lot of painting.
There's 9 of us. It's not just Charity and I, by
No,
the
there
way.
are 9 of us doing this. We can do it, but in my head, and I know it's not up to me how we break it down, but I'm thinking 3 in the boardroom and then 2, 2, and 2.
I think we'll easily get it done today. I hope they have enough paint.
Do
Let's
we
have
have
enough
okay?
paint.
The YouTube tutorial today was talking about painting, and they said about the ceiling. Do we have to paint the ceiling too?
I doubt
Because that's
it.
one thing.
That's hard.
Sometimes I do the ceiling, sometimes I don't. So it depends on.
I never do the ceiling.
It depends on how long it's gone between coats. Like I painted our bedroom ceiling for the first time since we moved in
Do you have stucco?
last fall. Yes.
See, that's insane. How do you paint stucco?
Oh, it's messy. It's
you're
so
just
messy.
Splooching.
You have to have the right brush. You have to have the right kind of brush.
it has
will
to be
get
an
into
enormous.
the
Yeah,
crevices.
you need a small.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might as well do it by hand.
But it's messy.
But
That's where I find that's the hard part, and that's where I get the most sore is doing a ceiling because
yeah.
you're constantly
Oh, my gosh.
you're up
Yep.
like your
Yep.
arms are above your head the whole day. So that's when I heard that in the tutorial. I'm like, oh yeah, ceilings. Oh no,
it can't be ceilings.
not ceilings. So I wondered.
I'm too old for ceilings. I'm going to say that. There's an
You're
age
too
limit.
old?
I'm too old for ceilings.
I'm not bad at cutting. I'll do the cutting. I'm okay with
You're
edging.
good at that? Okay.
I'm not bad at it. I wouldn't say I'm necessarily good at it, but I'm not bad
Well,
at
it's a
it.
free service today.
It's
a day of
okay.
caring. You're doing caring
I know,
cutting.
but I would feel awful if I did a bad job. Like you said, people who are involved in today, there's more to it than just going and painting, of course. It's learning about the organization. And I really do expect to feel that at the end of the day that, yes, I have helped them in some way. So I don't want to screw it up. Like I want to do a good job.
Yeah, we like them to feel that our involvement benefited them in
Exactly.
some
It didn't
way,
make it worse.
rather than simply provided stories for apologies later when people say, "Oh my God, who painted this
Well,
boardroom?"
and let's be honest, Belleville's a small town. It
That's
gets
right.
out that I can't paint. It's going to be awful.
And where did they find out about the splash garden? And when is that opening? What else happened today? And then we talked about the polite habits we'd like people to stop
On
doing.
this day of caring, yes.
On this day of caring, which includes cheek kissing and hugging hello.
I've never been a cheek
No, I'm
kisser
not.
person.
I'm not.
I don't like greeting people. I'm sorry, call me odd. These lips are for my husband.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't.
Even the cheek-to-cheek stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody kissing me, I feel is that's kind of an intrusion.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah, we have friends who are constant huggers, like, and you got to hug goodbye. And I guess now that I think about it, all my friends do that. Like all of our
Goodbye,
friends.
I could see.
Yeah. I'm just not a hugger, and it doesn't mean that I don't like you, enjoy your time. I'm just not a hugger. I find it odd.
So why do you try to hug me?
I don't try and hug you.
You used to. You used to
well,
try.
because you hate it.
Yeah, I know.
So that's why. So it's just a trigger.
See, there it is.
Yeah, but if
There it is.
you leaned in to take one, it would never happen again.
Oh, shh. Okay,
Right?
then that's what I got to
Never.
do then.
Never.
So, but this is for greeting, right? This isn't to say goodbye.
No, this is like hugging hello. Like I
general.
just opened the
Okay.
door because I'm expecting you for dinner. Before you know it, you're on me like a puppy. No.
Yeah, no.
No. No. They
Saying
think they're being
goodbye.
polite.
Yeah.
No.
But as I was saying goodbye, I think is okay. I do that. It's saying hello.
Yeah,
I don't need a hug to say hello.
It's polite to leave detailed voicemails. Not
No.
anymore.
Drives me freaking crazy. Never.
No, don't need 'em.
I don't care what you're doing all day.
Yeah, I don't need the
You missed
long
my call.
every details.
Okay,
Call
I'll
me
call you back.
I'll text you details.
Yeah.
I don't need the long voicemail.
Oh, no.
This isn't
Don't have time to listen to it.
2005. Automatically saying yes because you think it's polite.
Mm-hmm.
And then you find out that you can't get it done but you didn't want to say no, and now feelings are hurt and you're stressed. Bad idea.
That's almost a bigger lesson, and it takes I'd
Sure. Mm-hmm.
say a little longer to be comfortable with saying no sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you can learn it, it's a lot
Correct
better.
answer is let me check my schedule and I'll get back to you because
Sure.
I don't want to disappoint or
Yeah.
take on more than I can do. That's
Be
a legitimate
honest.
answer.
Be honest, yeah.
Yep. Replying thanks to a group email.
This made me laugh because you pointed out what you do when a group email is sent out, and I didn't realize there was really a lot of thought put into it, but apparently there is when you respond
I'm
to
not
it.
a fan of the reply all emails. Like it's good that they send out information that we all need.
Mm-hmm.
You know, again, radio station's going to close at 2:00 on the holiday Friday, everybody, so that everybody's aware of it. Great. And then somebody will reply, thanks for telling me. Or have a good weekend. Okay, we don't need this. Like, what's the point of replying to that? It doesn't require a reply.
To all.
To all. So once somebody starts, now I got to do it.
But you don't necessarily reply to the email.
Not at all. I've got a platform now.
Mark likes to perform.
That's right. So if it will be nothing, as I've said, it will be nothing helpful. Whatever I send is
never
not
is.
helpful. Rarely is it
really
even
isn't.
relevant to the topic. It is not
And he did it this
germane
morning.
in
It was,
any way.
It's so funny we talked about it because you did it this morning.
Yeah. Yeah.
So why do you even bother replying all to the email?
Because I've got something that I want to say. I thought of something really funny or wildly inappropriate or whatever that is totally me, and I have to share it. And then part of it is to teach you the lesson not to send a reply
But sometimes okay, not to send a reply all, because I was going to say sometimes a group message is necessary.
It is, but the replies aren't.
You're right. I reply directly to the person who sent the email.
Thank you,
I
yeah.
don't feel I need to
Exactly. Yeah.
respond to everybody. I can just
Right.
say, okay, thank you for sending
But
that.
the truly self-indulgent people who think
course.
that they're,
Exactly.
thank you for sending this information out. It's, it's like, okay, you're not really, you're just telling all of us that you're just a kiss ass and we don't like you anyway.
Is that what they're telling us?
Taking people on social media. So if you have people that like to put photos up, but they put every photo up and tag it all the time, so you check your phone, you have 11 notifications, and it's all from the same person just tagging your phone. That's very polite, but annoying, and we all don't like it.
I don't know
We
that it
like
is
'em.
polite. If I'm in
Yeah.
the pictures, yes. If it's nothing to do with me and they're just tagging me for the heck of it, it's rude.
Yeah.
There's nothing polite about that at all. I don't need to be tagged. Sometimes it's okay, but
Yeah.
not all the time.
Saying no worries instead of you're
I hate
welcome. We've
that.
had this discussion, though, that's the new way of saying you're welcome. So,
Just say you're welcome.
yeah, but they don't, and I don't want to get into that because I've been shamed by my daughter.
Oh, okay.
Apologizing for every little thing. Sorry.
Yeah,
You
I'm
feel like
guilty
it's
of that.
polite, but you don't have to. And
I've gotten
people find
better.
it.
I will say that, but there again, it takes time to kind of
Mm-hmm.
get that. I think it's a broader lesson to learn.
Showing up early. Sure sounds like a polite thing because it's the opposite of showing up late, which is the rudest thing.
Yes, but how early, I think, is the question.
Yeah.
A few minutes early, okay. 5-10 minutes, okay. Anything more than that, yeah, then you're stressing the person out. You're kind of putting them in a tough spot.
The article that I read on it actually said that if somebody says, come on over anytime around 6, that the actual time that they mean is 10 after. So, because they're working to get everything ready by 6. So if you show up at 5:45 thinking that that's polite, that's not. Because that 15 minutes is going to be getting hangers ready for coats. It's going to be like whatever. So you showing up early is, and the fact that you thought you were going to help them isn't good. So they're getting ready for 6. Now they're ready at 6, but hang on, I'm going to go to the bathroom and brush my teeth and wash my hair, like whatever, right? So showing up at 10 after 6 is perfect. So 10 minutes after, whenever, is perfect. Showering someone with compliments as opposed to offering a compliment.
You start to shower. You offer a compliment or you give them 1 or 2 compliments. It's sincere.
Yeah.
Anything more than that, and it's annoying.
It's annoying.
Insincere.
And then creepy.
Yep.
And finally, offering driving tips or directions without being asked. And that is self-explanatory right there.
It's different if it's not your spouse. If it's your spouse, I think that's just comfort. But I would see, and I do that with Wayne, but I would never do that with anybody else.
What? Tell them how to drive or just directions?
Both. Oh, I'm an awful passenger, but Wayne is an awful driver. So he needs me. But anybody else, I just keep my mouth shut.
Yeah. But does it bother you?
Even though in my head I'm thinking there's a much better route. Are you going to get over? You need to be in the other lane. Why aren't you turning here? Okay. And I'm like, I'll look at my watch. I'm like, okay, we're going to be late. Yeah.
Wow.
That's my OCD. That's a control thing, I realize. But I would never voice it. I would never say it to that person.
That's hard.
I would put my trust in them, saying, okay, they know where they're going. They know what they're doing. I'm going to keep my mouth shut, even though they should probably be turning here.
Yeah. And now we're going to be late.
And now we're going to be late. You're in the wrong lane. And if I was like, yes, of course I do that.
Yeah.
With Wayne, I'll voice it, but I don't do it with anybody else.
Move over there.
I do, especially when we're in Belleville, because I know it better. I'm here every day.
Right.
So,
Does he get lost sometimes?
No. But like going up Sydney, if I know because of the lanes at Bell Boulevard, there's the turning lane, there's the one that goes through, and then there's the other 2 left turning lanes.
Sure.
It confuses me sometimes. So if he's in one particular lane and I know we're going somewhere, I will say to him, you're going to want to get over. Like, this is the turning lane. You're going to want to get over if we're going straight. So I do stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, that's okay.
Is it?
That's all right.
Why are you going this way? Bell Boulevard would be quicker.
That's not the same.
I do that too sometimes.
That's not the same.
But yes.
So Day of Caring, thanks everybody. Thanks for the, I don't want to spend too much time on it. Thanks for the lists of summer songs that you sent along. They were great.
Some really great suggestions.
We appreciate that on our socials today. We're going to put up these photos, so feel fine just, answering those. And we'll talk about Day of Caring tomorrow because there'll be photos up everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure of us painting.
We'll get a group shot today, and we'll get some before and after pictures.
Yeah, because that's always good.
And then you'll see that we can paint.
Maybe.
And we did a good job.
Tomorrow, Jimmy Hollywood's going to be in. He's got Rumor Days on the way. What else going on tomorrow? Lots of other stuff. Dad jokes. Oh, my gosh.
I keep Dodds.
Lindsay Dodds,
yes, will be joining us tomorrow for the golf tournament coming up in August.
TMH, the John Smiley Memorial Golf Tournament, is now accepting applications. They have a few spots available, and John's such a community booster. What an amazing guy.
Oh, did so much.
So sad when we lost him, but his legacy will live on in his children at the store, his family, and of course this golf tournament and his commitment to the hospital was unparalleled. So more when Lindsay gets here on the show tomorrow. Have yourself a great Thursday. We kick off the weekend together tomorrow on 95.5 Hits FM.